Well, guys, we have made it back to Phoenix, Arizona, to our home base. It has been a wild ride across the country. It went really fast. I did not have a lot of time to edit. I hope you saw the short that we put on YouTube and across our platforms. We're postponing a lot of our content this week because even though I was editing it every single night, I couldn't get it all finished. So tonight for our Real Talk Tuesday, instead of skipping it all together, we've decided to do something special and post a bonus content video that we've posted for our NOP-EEPs in the past. If you don't know about the NOP-EEPs, you can check it out up here. It is a great way to join our community and help support our channel. We offer bonus content every week. We also have a private Facebook page. There will be some upcoming NOP-EEP gatherings here in the Phoenix area. Over the winter time, at some point, we will be getting those dates out soon. But if you'd like to become a member of our community, check it out up here. We would love to have you. If supporting us monetarily isn't for you, that's okay. We totally understand. We really appreciate you being here, watching our videos, commenting, liking, and following. All of those things are super helpful, and we really appreciate you. Enjoy today's content, and our episode will be out later this week.
Hi friends, it's me, Kristen. Welcome back to another NOP-EEPs bonus content video. What is this silly little feature in front of me? Well, it's a temporary mic because we are having some major sound issues, and you probably can't hear it, but behind me there is a rushing, raging creek, and inside the RV is all kinds of noise. So I'm going to attempt to use this, and I can't put it on my lapel because it doesn't work very well. So this will be going back, but first I'm going to record a few videos, and then I'm probably going to drop some actual money and buy a nice mic, but that might not happen until we get to Arizona. Today we're going to talk about our favorite hikes that we've ever done. I'm going to talk about top 5 hikes, and I want to know what your top hikes are so I can add them to my list, because at the end of this video, I'm going to share our growing list of hikes that we would love to go on. We have not always been able to go on really extraneous hikes because we've had littles, and our youngest, Chloe, is growing up. She's 8, and she is a lot more capable of hiking some longer and more challenging trails. So these are our top 5 hikes. I'm going to go from least to best, even though none of these are actually considered least hikes, because they are incredible hikes. All 5 of them are. At the bottom, number 5 is Subway in Sedona. Now, this used to be a more localized hike, and not a lot of people knew exactly how to get to it, but it has since been put on all trails, so I'm sure that it is a much more popular hike now. The reason why it was so much fun for us was because it almost felt like a scavenger hunt. We would get these, my friend that had been there before, who is a local, she sent me these instructions, and they were like, turn at this tree. When you see a branch hanging here, or when you see a group of trees, when you see a big trunk that has alligator-like skin on it, you're supposed to go this way. And so it was this incredible scavenger hunt to find where the subway section was, and it was so much fun. Once we got there, we weren't exactly sure where the subway shot was. I'm sure you've seen a lot of different people post these on Instagram, and we did not get the actual subway shot while we were there, but we did get a lot of other incredible footage, and it was a great adventure, and we got to take the dog. Number 4 on the list, Alyeska Mountain. It is a ski resort in Alaska, and it was so much fun because all we had to do was make it to the top. It was a challenge, and it did take us, an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe to hike to the top of it. But once you get up to the top, you can take the gondola down for free, and you get these incredible views of the inlet there and Seward Highway. And at the top, we got to have fish and chips for lunch, which, if you guys were following us in Alaska, we ate fish and chips so much. The halibut there is it is amazing. So we ate fish and chips at the top, and then we got to take that gondola ride down, and it was free. And so the thing that was just encouraging us the entire way, at least for me, was we get to ride for free. We saved $125 because that's what the round trip for the gondola is if you take it up and come down. But if you hike to the top, then you get to ride it down for free. Number 3, are the Slot Canyon hikes that we did in Utah. Chloe, what are you doing? No, I'm fine. Yeah, I don't need any of that. No, I'm good. I have a mic and there's Chloe Elizabeth. She's repeating because I tell her all the time to keep it down while I'm filming. I'm sorry. Oh, I don't mind at all. You do you. I have a mic. I'm good. Oh, Chloe's telling our neighbors to be quiet on my behalf. Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. Spooky and Peekaboo were just absolutely amazing, and I had never done any of the Slot Canyon hikes before. John had. He had gone on a whole canyoneering trip with his buddies back when we lived in Colorado, and they went to Utah and did that. And so he already kind of had an idea of it, but the kids and I had never been, and it was just breathtaking. And there were some moments where we had to inch through these cracks that were super narrow. It was so incredible. It was such a great time. We were taking backpacks off, passing them to each other, and there were spots that required teamwork, and we got to go with our friends. So it was just an incredible experience. 2 on the list is the most recent hike that we've done, Beehive Trail at Acadia National Park. And I will say probably Precipice would be right up there too. We just didn't have time to do the longer Precipice Trail, but I'm told that a lot of the things on Beehive are similar on Precipice. It's just that Precipice is a little bit more difficult. So it was so much fun because John and I went first. As you know, we went up first and we just kind of scouted out whether we thought that our kids could handle it, because there's a lot of parts where they're exposed and have these bars that you climb up on. And once we went, we kind of realized it's not as steep once you get up there as it seems, but if you are afraid of heights, it probably would make you pretty nervous. Our kids, both of us were like, yeah, they can handle this. So we brought them back up and they had so much fun, and it was just an incredible view from the top. It was a fun hike that starts pretty much right away, so you don't have to hike a really far way to get that point where there's that exciting stuff. All right, and the final one, number 1, as you might guess, is Angel's Landing in Zion National Park. Again, this is one that we got to do with our friends, which was really great because once we got to the Scout Landing, which is the point that's right before all the chains, it was a really great place to kind of hunker down with the kids while the others went up. And John, Chance, Katie, and Carter all went up, and then John and Chance actually went to the very top, and then Katie came.
I was too scared to go down because I had a giant fear of heights.
Yeah.
Of Angel's Landing, because there was just chains, and some of the chains can be broken apart. So you could fall off the entire thing.
You could, but nobody did, thankfully. It was also a very windy day. Chloe did not actually go to the chain section. Chloe and Katie actually stayed back behind so that I could go check it out with John and the boys. And I think the boys, we made it up to another little kind of plateau area just before it got really bad. But they did get to do some of the chains. Angel's Landing was stressful for me, for sure. I did not have that same fear at Beehive. And I think once the kids get a little bit older, we might try Angel's Landing again so that all of us can complete the whole thing. Moving on to our wish list of places that we still haven't visited that we would absolutely love to visit. First and foremost, Camelback Mountain. I can't believe we have been to Arizona 4 years in a row. This will be our 5th, and we've never done Camelback Mountain. The reason why is just because Chloe has been so young. The first year that we were there, she was only 4 years old. And so now that she is a little bit older and her legs are a little longer and she's a little bit more solid on her stances, I think we're ready to try Camelback Mountain in Phoenix. And the other one in the Phoenix area is Flatiron Trail over at Lost Dutchman. We cannot wait to do that one. There's also one that's kind of on your way to Tucson, and I'm going to mess up the name because I always mess it up because it sounds like Pikachu, but it's not Pikachu. But that mountain looks really awesome also. So those are the ones that are kind of in the Phoenix area that we were really excited to try sometime. Beyond that, I would absolutely love to go back to Yosemite and put in for the drawing. I think it's a lottery system for Half Dome. John and I have always wanted to do Half Dome. I don't know if we would take the kids, but Half Dome looks incredible. And I'd love to go back to Acadia and do the Precipice Trail. I think that would be really fun. And I do think we probably could have handled it, although it might have been a little scary. Another one that I think would be really great is some more slot canyons in Utah, and specifically actual canyoneering. I would love to take the family, and John has been before. It's a little bit different than just climbing. It's a lot of rappelling, and so I think it would be something really fun and interesting for our family to learn how to do together and really get into those slot canyons in Zion that are just absolutely stunning that you can't get to any other way except for canyoneering. The final one that I can think of right off the top of my head is a Via Ferrata that is in Telluride. If you don't know what a Via Ferrata is, it's where you are hooked into a harness and you kind of like traverse the mountain using bars or cables to go across the side of the cliff. I think it's like 1,000-foot drop. And I think it just looks like a really fun challenge, and it kind of combines hiking and climbing, which are both things that our family loves to do. So someday I would love to do that. Does anyone have any more cool hike suggestions? Because we would really love to go check them out in 2023. So drop them down below and let us know. And thank you for watching this bonus content with my funny little mic here. As always, thank you for your support, and we'll see you out there.